And the best part about being sober for 3 months now is the level of productivity that I have been on. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Janice Iche and I'm so happy to be here with you. Today I'm coming back to you with a 3-month update on my quitting weed journey. I have been free of weed since 10th October 2023 and it has been quite the journey. So stick around to hear all about it, and I'll be starting with what I believe is the most important tip that you need to get clear on when you're quitting that will jumpstart and secure your own sobriety. Before we dive in, I have a whole playlist right here about my quitting weed journey that is on my channel, starting with a video diary of my first week sober, followed by 2 more videos where I'm talking more in depth about why I decided to quit in the first place, as well as talking about the relationship that I had to weed and what it really meant to me. And lastly, a 1-month update. Be sure to check those videos out in case you're looking for a little bit more inspiration and motivation for your own quitting journey. Before we dive in, kindly hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It really motivates me to keep making these videos for you all. And without further ado, let's dive right into it. First things first, if you want to quit smoking weed, you need to find your reason why. Be very clear about it, because this is what is going to be your guiding light through all the misery and withdrawal symptoms during the first few weeks sober. If you're just quitting without this foundation, you will most likely find yourself at the starting line over and over again, because you will give in and smoke again. So find your reason for quitting and hold on to it. Remind yourself why you are doing this every time you feel like you want to smoke again. For me, it started with it being about my health. I have some health conditions that I really wanted to get ahead of, but along the way, I realized that I had overcome and outgrown a lot of the circumstances and the fears that had kept me smoking weed. I felt matured and I had outgrown that habit of smoking weed all day, every day. I felt like I could do and be better, so I made that decision to stop and see what it could do for me. I very much did not want to be reliant on a substance just to get me through the day anymore. So here's a little segue. I'm telling you guys, I was so miserable without weed. When I traveled to Switzerland early last year, I did not feel okay until I got some bud on me. How miserable is that? I did not like that I could not travel to another country and enjoy it unless I had some weed to smoke. This was too much for me, and honestly, I felt so much shame about that, as my mood kept changing whenever I was with the other people there, depending on whether I had smoked or not. So it's different reasons like this that led me to decide to quit smoking weed for good. At this point, I am so used to being a non-smoker. I know that smoking again would really throw me off. I have gotten used to this lifestyle that does not revolve around smoking weed. Another thing that has absolutely started since I stopped smoking weed is staying up much later into the night. I was never able to stay up past 10 or 11 p.m. and now I can really stay up late. My energy levels in the evenings are much higher. And this now means that I am no longer a morning person. I edit my videos much later into the night and end up waking up later into the morning. I kind of miss being a morning person, but the transition has been rather smooth. I'm happy to say that I had actually stopped drinking alcohol too since mid-December last year. I went through Christmas and New Year totally sober, and I was really excited about this completely sober life. I gave in last week when I was having a bit of a hard week and needed some pick-me-up comfort. I got my favorite liquor, Amarula, that has been my guilty pleasure for the longest time. And it's Amarula, not Bailey's. I just love its rich, creamy flavor, and I devour that drink. I don't even get tipsy when I drink it. I consume Amarula purely for its taste. But I'm back on my sober tip now, because drinking alcohol in general really makes my gut and my stomach just not feel so good, and I've been really trying to make the best choices for my gut health. I'm not saying I'll never drink again. I certainly will at some point, but now my consumption is significantly lower. I'm also very keen on no longer keeping alcohol in my house. And again, this is for health reasons. I just would like to see what a year or more of this lifestyle could really do for me. My body has also been adjusting a lot. Immediately around the time I quit smoking weed in October last year, I started having gut issues. I'm not sure if these two are correlated, but I think it's important to note the timelines here. I had constipation for a while and my skin was breaking out. I had also started eating bread and dairy again during that time, so I'm really considering all these factors. Since then, I've really been working on healing my gut. It was really scary to experience constipation for the first time, and it lasted for a while, to witnessing my skin change and breaking out. The constipation has eased since, as I've been implementing quite a number of natural remedies that seem to be working slowly with consistent effort. I can't say too much about this here right now because I'm still experiencing it all, but I thought it would be good to mention this due to the timelines. I would like to make a video about all the natural remedies I've been getting into once I feel my gut is healed well enough. And the best part about being sober for 3 months now is the level of productivity that I have been on. The productivity is consistent and it's reliable. I am waking up every day with my mind on my goals and the things that I'm trying to achieve and not unrolling my joints for the day. I'm honestly really enjoying this and I'm excited to keep going on this path. I love working on my YouTube videos and I'm praying for the steady growth of my channel. I have this encouragement within me that tells me to just keep going, and this is what I'm working for. I feel like I have the space to truly focus on this work and dedicate myself to it since I stopped smoking weed. Last week, when it was a little difficult, I did find myself thinking about weed briefly. I have a neighbor downstairs who smokes weed, and I usually hear her flicking her lighter. I would think, I remember how it felt to just get high. But immediately after, I would get this sense of gratitude that I am no longer bound to weed, remembering that this is a substance that I actually had a problem with. And I had a sense of pride that even though I was having a hard time, I didn't turn to this thing that I used to do to numb my emotions. I really faced how I was feeling. I sat with it, I journaled about it, and I really stayed with myself, and this felt good. Whenever I am down, I always hold on to the faith that I will wake up one morning with my strength and feeling better, because this is the cycle that I always experience. So I held onto that faith in myself because I always make it through, and well, here I am again. Now I'll just pop it in here that I do see myself maybe smoking again when I'm much older, but not now. During this phase of my life, I'm trying to build the life that I can smoke to in my retirement. I have a lot of work to do to get there, and I need my undivided attention and my optimal health to do it. So I'm really cool with not smoking during this phase of my life and getting back to it maybe when I'm much older. It gives me something to look forward to in the future. So that's it, people. Thank you so much for being here with me. A lot of you here are on this quitting weed journey too, and I'm sending you so much grace and so much of my love your way. It keeps getting easier for me, and I'm just really grateful for this. I am certainly no longer a stoner. That's just something that I used to do, and now it belongs in my past. If you have any questions for me about quitting weed, just drop them down below in the comment section and I will certainly get back to you. I'm actually thinking of doing a live to answer all your questions, and I will make a post to schedule this, so keep an eye out for that post, okay? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, especially if you found found any value in what I've shared with you today. I really want to feel your support if you can feel mine. So subscribe and let's keep growing together. I'm sending you so much of my love, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.